just realized
What did you just realize?
I seen that movie before I saw The Walking Dead.
What movie?
The first Black Panther. I saw that
Yeah.
before I saw The Walking Dead. So I didn't know who that was.
I told you.
But I just realized it. I just realized that was Michonne.
you.
Yeah, but I didn't pay attention when you told me because I didn't know.
Oh my god.
Hello and welcome.
Tried to copy you right there.
I don't like that. I don't like that you just
I
did
knew you
that.
was gonna say that.
No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find something really, really, really original to say. Because after I say something, I realize where I got it from. I watch Rufflemonger. And he goes, hello and welcome. This is Rufflemonger. And he talks about fighting games. But I wasn't trying to emulate him at all, and it just kind of came out. So, how y'all doing, man? It's the I'm Just Saying podcast. It's your boy Dave, a.k.a. Comic, and you got your boy Mark on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Greetings and salutations.
Why is it being like this? What is this? We have some interesting conversations, some interesting topics for you guys.
I'm into aliens now.
What?
I'm into aliens now.
For those of y'all, I think we should start with that. But before we start with it, let's get into this intro right quick.
俺はコーンフレークスカイドウを取り戻すためお前に会いに来たなんでだよ
All right. First and foremost, YouTube stuff. Guys, it is imperative that you like the video.
Yes, that helps with the algorithm.
Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. It's free, and it does wonders for us. You get subscribed to all of our content. You'll see all the different stuff that we got going on here, all the conversations, all the goofy stuff, all the serious stuff, whatever it is that you might be thinking about. Also, leave comments when we're finished with the video so you guys can, express yourselves, tell us what you're thinking, and we can interact with you because we would like to.
I'm into aliens.
Why are you into aliens?
It's just I've recently encountered an experience and it changed me.
What?
I'm a changed man.
Wait.
Aliens are in right now. Aliens are very it could be friendly, right? And I'm into aliens.
Okay. What was your experience?
So I saw a clip of a UFO and it attacked these people at a ranch.
Okay.
A horse ranch.
All right.
And
Spoiler alert. All right, continue.
And it attacked them and I was like, this is very interesting.
Okay.
It's never before seen footage, right? And it was eating people and horses, so to speak. And when you see it, just one word comes in mind.
And what word might that be?
Nope. and you go run for cover.
Yeah, no cap. Every time that they said nope in the film, I genuinely felt like in my chest I felt nope.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not doing that.
I'm into aliens now. Now I see what Krillin feels about other beings that are non-human.
Oh, you mean when they try to say, "Hey, Krillin, do you want to join in this tournament?" And he's like,
"Yeah,
nope." He's like, "Nope."
And I understand now. I thought he's
just being a little coward,
doubting his talent, but it's kind of a force to be reckoned with,
So if you guys aren't aware, we're referring to the new movie, the Jordan Peele movie, Nope. I actually enjoyed it a lot. I felt like they dropped the ball on a few things, but I'm not sure that if they dropped the ball so much as I had expectations that didn't fit what happened in the film. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I clearly had expectations. Because when I'm watching it, I think of things that they could have added to make the story more interesting,
Uh-huh.
and it gave it to us, but in like a funny caveat, but didn't like expand on that.
Yeah, I think that's been my gripe for a couple of things. Not only this, but to me, Love and Thunder, the stakes in the movie didn't feel like stakes. Like it didn't feel like the people in the movie were understanding the gravity of the situation that they were dealing with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you making all these lighthearted fun about all of these very serious, very scary things.
Why is it that Thor is the comedic thing? I know he was in the beginning, and then pretty much the ship sailed after Endgame, and he
This is my argument.
upset and he cut off the head, and like that let you know I'm no longer here to play games.
Yeah.
And then literally the next thing he has, he's playing games, and it's like,
So,
what the heck is happening?
My argument is Thor wasn't intentionally comedic in the first movie. Like it was the type of humor. No, I'm not saying the writers didn't intend for him to be comedic. I'm saying that the way that he was acting, he wasn't like a big goofball on purpose. It was literally, I don't understand this culture. And so the culture clash is hilarious to regular people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think it's the accent too. The
Yeah.
accent he was portraying, he's changed it now. Of course they told him to change the accent because it was ridiculous, and I just couldn't get past it. So I'm glad they told him to like just lay low on the accent, just not too much. It was bad.
I feel differently about that. I actually like the first Thor more than the latter Thor, but that's just me. I just feel like he wasn't as goofy in the first at least 2 movies as he is now. The last 2 movies have been literally nothing but jokes and goof. You haven't seen Love and Thunder, so I can't even give it to you straight. Like I can't tell you like the scenes in particular. When you see that movie, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. There are certain things where it's like,
I hate that though.
why are you laughing right now? There's no reason for you to be laughing.
But I hate that though.
Yeah, but you have to see it.
I hate when they're the actors within the characters within the stories not relating to what's happening around them.
Because it undermines the story. Like they're telling a story right now. And so by you not attacking the feelings that would be associated with this and like a real person, you lose the connection that the audience is supposed to have.
For what I have seen pictures of Christian Bale's character.
Yo.
Wait, stop.
Yo.
Just stop. Wait. Can I finish? Before you say anything, because you might change your tune here.
Oh my God.
I was grossly disappointed with the way he looked.
Are you saying in reference to what his comic book counterpart was supposed to look like?
Yes.
Yeah, I've already watched a lot of videos concerning that. They were just saying that
Why?
he just didn't look like what Gore was supposed to look like.
And the way that Gore looked in the comic was very much doable, and it was way more intimidating.
So I was told that Christian Bale said he couldn't get bigger because he was scheduled for another role. So he had to be kind of like this sickly looking person for whatever role he was.
Oh, so they changed.
It was like double book.
They changed the character around the actor.
Yep.
Which grossly took down. Okay, and they didn't want to pay extra for VFX.
That's what Hollywood does, though. They're doing that a lot lately. Like they changed the character around the actor instead of the actor changing
around the character
to fit what the character already is.
To be honest, I want to have for him. I wouldn't even have gotten a big name actor to play the villain,
especially if he's gonna die in the film.
I would have got a semi-good actor, but he's known for the way he talks, his vocal, like Morgan Freeman is known for the way he talks on intros and stuff like that. And even a guy we saw in the movie, his voice.
Yeah. Bro,
like
dude's voice is amazing.
Like I would have got actors like that so that they can play specific, and then we would have built a suit, just something.
Yeah, something.
Prosthetic. They probably wanted to go low budget because they easily could have hulked him out and made a CG body or something.
So for all of that negative, his acting was incredible. Like his acting was the highlight of the film. Like even if you're angry about the way he looked, all of that, that's fine. But his acting, but that's what I'm like. His acting was on point.
Because you hear the story of Gore, his comic book story, his origin story, and it's like, this is freaking amazing. This is going to be insane. And then you realize that they're making it within the Thor context, so it's going to be very whitewashed. But if they came out with like his own little thing, it's actually pretty.
If they didn't come out swinging, and they could have. I feel like they could have came out swinging. But ironically, since the movie Thor: Love and Thunder, that's what it's about, like love and all of those things. I just gotta tell you what you don't. Don't worry. When you see the movie, we'll get to have a whole red pillish conversation.
But
there's literally one line in the movie that I didn't like because it undermines a lot to me.
When you read the comic book of Thor and just his mentality, what he thinks, what he doesn't embody that at all in the movies. It's like two totally different people. Like there's no way
that they read
what happened with him and Thanos, that wouldn't have went down if they got the actual comic book Thor to leap after Thanos.
And to me, what's funny is there's a part of the movie. I hate that you haven't seen it. There's a part in the movie, and I watched somebody review it, and they basically said that it would have been he goes through a whole arc in Endgame to get, not Endgame, Infinity War to get Stormbreaker. Mm-hmm. But in the movie, Mjolnir works. I'm not gonna tell you how it works or what the deal is.
Wait, question. This is just a question. Is it the old Mjolnir?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 100% the old Mjolnir that broke.
Oh, when Ragnarok.
The one that was broken. Yes.
When she broke it.
It's 100% that hammer.
How did it get fixed? I
don't want to tell you. I want you to see it.
So it was still broken in the movie, and then it got fixed.
Yes.
So Captain still has the other one that he got back when they fought Thanos.
You know what I just thought about? I'm glad that you just said that because I did not think about that inconsistency. I never thought about that.
Because
technically that means it should have been fixed, right?
Or
otherwise, how did he get it?
He got it. Remember how he got it, right?
He just reached out and got it. He didn't go get it.
No, he went and got it.
How did Captain America go get the hammer?
Not Captain. I'm talking about Thor.
But that's my point, right?
He went back in time to get it.
If it was broke,
remember he went to saw his mom
right.
when she was alive, and he went like,
you're right.
It came to him.
See,
that was before Ragnarok.
I haven't seen Endgame in a while.
That was before Ragnarok. So did Ragnarok actually happen, or was
Wait, are you? I thought he went back in time to get it in Endgame. Are you saying that?
In Endgame.
In Endgame, it was before Ragnarok.
And he went in Endgame
because he went back.
He went back in time
in the movie,
and his mom was still alive.
Right. And then that's when he got it because he was fat, right?
Mm-hmm. Then he went back to the present time, but in that time frame, Ragnarok happened because the third.
You talking about in that time where his mom was alive, Ragnarok still had to take place. Is what you're saying? Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying.
So
it would have to have, right? But she just couldn't have broken it.
Yeah, because he took it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Unless there's another one.
Which is what it is. That would have to be it. In the regular timeline, there's the one that broke.
There's supposed to be the one he took from the past, and then the current one that, what's it called?
Well,
Captain.
When you see the way that the movie plays it,
right?
When you see the way that the movie plays it, you'll see that it's the one that is in the movie is the one that was broken.
Wait, hold on. So technically there'll be one then.
I guess.
Because if
Because he has Stormbreaker,
if,
and
if
then
Ragnarok happened, he broke his hammer,
there was another one
and then
that he went and got.
And then he went back in time to retake the one that was broken. So it still be technically one.
Yes, but did it break at the end of Endgame? Because if it didn't break at the end of Endgame, so then that one is somewhere, and this is a different one.
So you're basically trying to tell me something.
I'm telling you, this doesn't make sense. And when you see it, you're gonna be like,
so you're trying to tell me
what the way that the weapon is used in the movie is cool, but that doesn't mean that it makes sense. It's just cool.
Okay.
But that's not what I was trying to talk about. I was trying to segue into something that I was talking about earlier this week with Quan. I was telling him that I'm concerned about finding a lasting relationship in the form of marriage.
Okay. Am I supposed to be your therapist?
Yeah. Go ahead. Take on the therapy role for a second.
Okay. So why do you have this fear? Where's it stemming from?
Well, I've been paying attention to a lot of the different media outlets, the things that women are being taught.
Yes.
All right. And it's not all women. I just want to put that out there. It's not all women, but I have a particular set of beliefs. And these beliefs empower me to take marriage very seriously, right? To the point where it's not a thing of one person versus the other person and we're two separate people together. If we're married, we're married. So we're one, because that's what I believe, right? And so I was having a conversation with a couple of my coworkers, and one of the things that they were concerned about when talking about being in a relationship like that was losing themselves in said relationship. And while I understand the possibility of losing who you are, it bothered me that they can't see the unity within marriage. And so what I said to them was, you shouldn't be losing yourself in a marriage, because anything that you don't have or that you're losing, you should be able to find in the other person. And the response that I got was still about losing yourself. It was still like, yeah, but separate lives. What just happened?
He said lose yourself.
All right, that's crazy. That was playing in the gas station earlier today when I went to get gas. It's funny. But anyway, that concerns me, because it shows me that there's a lack of understanding for what marriage really is. There's a lack of understanding for what is called for in a marriage. And so in these situations, you feel as though when we're butting heads or something like that, that you're losing yourself. We're in a marriage, though. So if we're in a marriage, it's not about you anymore. It becomes about us, because we are one, right? And so anything that affects you affects me. Anything that I do that affects me affects you as well, because we're one. We're together. And so for people to be worried about losing themselves inside of a marriage bothers me, and it tells me that there's a lack of cooperation, or a lack of a desire to cooperate. I want to be able to do what I want and still be considered married.
But why is that a tough, why do you think that's a tough concept for some people to grasp?
I think that we're selfish.
Do tell.
I think that a lot of times when people haven't done everything that they think that they would like to do, they begin to think that things are holding them back, right? And so it's like,
that makes sense.
You'll get into relationships with people, and then you'll feel like, now that I'm in this relationship, I'm being held back from doing X, Y, and Z. And that's frustrating. I get it. But that's why I think the true establishment of marriage is so important, because in most cases, if you're feeling that way, you should be able to communicate it. And then that person can help to move you away from those feelings by doing for you, or, you know what I'm saying? Just in different ways.
Okay.
What you thinking? Because
Okay.
you got real quiet, and I just
I
didn't.
was just thinking about what you're saying. I was trying to understand where the disconnect could happen. Is it something like it happens new, like you're an adult, and then you just I can't really resonate with being one with somebody, or is it past? This is what I've seen.
That's a good question. I don't know. I know a couple people who I don't think like they want to be in a relation. They think that the later they wait, the more they'll be ready for a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So they think that their fun is required first.
And they think that that's what they're going to be missing within. I don't know why is it always black and it's always an extreme. It's always if I'm in a relationship and I'm married or whatever, I can no longer have fun. But that will only indicate that your idea of fun is something sexual or something where it's
or something
provocative.
that interrupts the marriage.
But why is that your source of fun?
And that's literally what I was about to say. I was about to say, why is it always fun in that way? Why can't it never like just? I find fun in playing video games with my friends. I find fun in going up the street and going out to eat together.
Yeah,
I don't have to do anything spectacular or sexual. I don't have to
go on a trip with
you know what I'm saying?
friends
I don't have to bring no girl in the den and you know I don't have to do that to enjoy myself.
Go out and hopefully I'll catch something at the club.
And I think there are men that are like that too. You know what I'm saying? There are men that they have to go out. They have to get some drinks. They have to get a girl. They have to bring her back to that. Like that's fun for them.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why that is the entire understanding of what fun is. Why am I boring because I don't want to go out? Why is that lame? You know what I mean?
But I think going out, it's like if you're going out together, why is that less fun than going out with your homegirl or whatever? And like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that we think it has to be either this or that. It can't be anything else. It has to be black and white. Oh, that's what they do with religion. Why don't you want to commit to a God or whatever? Then means I'll have to give up my life. And it's like, why do you feel like you have to? Like that's the big thing. I don't want to join a religion because I'm gonna have to give up myself and I have to be boring. It's boring and there's nothing to do. It's like
that makes me angry.
It's like okay, well,
but that makes me angry because of the God that we serve, and it's. If I was willing to take on all of your faults and all of your foolishness and die for them so that you would have the chance to choose whether or not you wanted to be with me or not, I think I would be angry if you said to me, I don't want to be with you because I would have to be boring to be with you.
Yeah, any type of commitment really.
That's crazy.
Just any commitment with anything in general. It's either I have to give up or.
But why do we think of it as giving it up? If you care about someone,
I don't know, it's a good question.
Being with them is something that matters to you and should be a part of what you enjoy naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So your choices are indicative of how you feel.
Right.
If I love my friends, when they got something going on, I'll go over there and we'll spend time together. 9 times out of 10, me being transparent, the things that I do for my friends outside of like you and Quan is stuff that I don't always be wanting to do.
Right.
But I do it because I love them.
But you have to give up something.
And I still find ways to enjoy myself. Even what's wrong with giving up stuff? I gave up some of my personal time.
It's taking away my sense of identity, right? And I don't want to be. I have ants in my pants 2 years down the road, and I see on Instagram my homegirl or my homeboy is out living it up, and I'm like, dang, my life sucks because
I couldn't go to a
committed
club.
I'm committed in starting a family. So my life sucks that I can't go out or
he doesn't like when I do X, Y, and Z. or he's not gonna approve of, and it's like, I don't.
Yep.
Because I feel like there are 1,000,007 things that I think it's hard for women to find things that they can tell men that they can't do, because a lot of the things that we enjoy don't have anything to do with other women or being sexual.
That's true.
So I think that it becomes a frustrating thing because it feels like he's always enjoying himself. I want to enjoy myself, and these are the things that I like.
Gotcha.
And then I think it makes it worse if we don't like those things.
What is that term called when children do that? What is that called? It's something when kids do when they see other kids having fun, and then now it's like, oh, I want to have your fun.
You talking about like Karoo when he sees Keely holding the toy that he wasn't thinking about?
Yeah.
And then now he's like,
that's my toy now.
That's like, Karoo.
Yeah. So we could just like going out to the movies or, to some type of like a jazz concert or something like that. Something really low key and interactive.
And don't get me wrong, there are different women. Women are very different. So I'm not saying every woman has this. I'm saying that I've seen this.
What kind of women?
No, I'm just saying that I've seen this. I'm not going to try to specify what type of women. You got me freaked up. Got me freaked up, man.
Tried to set you up.
Yeah, you did. And I wasn't going. I wasn't going for it at all. I feel strongly. I don't feel that strong. You gotta stop playing with me, man.
That's hilarious.
I'm just saying, but that's why I'm concerned, man. I'm genuinely concerned, just because I don't know that I'll be able to find someone who understands my mindset on marriage.
In this day and age,
because they have to understand the Most High to understand my concept of marriage.
In this day and age,
yeah. And it's like my faith tells me that I will be able to find someone, maybe.
Good luck.
But then I also have to be prepared for the possibility that I won't meet anyone. And that's tough. So do I just not try but then I'll be miserable?
I mean,
I'm talking about if I don't try to find someone that gets me, and so I get with somebody that doesn't get me. And so then
you know
what I'm saying? That's a negative. I can't do that. I would much rather be alone with the Most High God than
in a house with a poor
than with someone that I'm not supposed to be with. That would drive me nuts. That would drive me insane. So,
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that is a tough concern, and you hear that a lot. That there is not a lot of people to actually pick from that are good. So
I mean, I can also take the accountability. You heard me? I said accountability, and say that I've chosen wrong for the, you know what I'm saying, for quite a few people. I've chosen incorrectly. And so since I know that was my choice and my decision, I have to better me so that I can choose correctly. I have to be able to see things better than I have.
Yeah, that makes
that
sense.
doesn't mean I'm not concerned, because when I'm looking for real, I see some foolishness.
That makes sense. It makes sense when you think about it that way. Okay. That is like a tough concern that I hear a lot of people go through. And the numbers are getting drastically higher. It's getting higher. So that concept in the next like 10 years is going to be like over 50% of the population will be single in the next 10 years. So like dating and marriage in the next 15 years.
And you got to,
what the point is that?
And you got to think we're in a state right now where everybody feels like, oh, it's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. You can wait to get, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think we were designed to be in relationship. And so since I believe we were designed to be in relationship, I think that everything in our being contradicts that idea that we should be completely isolated and alone. Somebody said this to me, and it made a lot of sense. They said, what's one of the worst punishments you can get even in prison. Like, you're already in prison, so how do they punish you further in prison? They put you in solitary confinement.
So you think people are putting themselves in solitary confinement?
Yes, and they think it's okay.
Or they think there's a way out, that the door is unlocked. They just gotta, whenever they're ready, to just open it and leave.
But it doesn't work that way.
But when you spend so much time in, it's just like it's not open, it's not unlocked anymore.
And it's not even just that it's
Now
not
it's
unlocked.
like,
Even when you open it, that doesn't mean that people have to interact with you.
That's true.
And so that's why I don't shut myself away when, like, I don't live in the fear that I won't find anyone. I just know that I'm cognizant of that idea, right? Because if I lived in the fear of it, I would just never do anything to take any steps forward to try. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there are a lot of people that are in that stage where they just won't take the steps necessary to attempt.
So like they giving up, basically. Yeah. Like there's just no hope. I'm gonna just do me.
Yeah.
You know, stay whatever, not settle, and I'm gonna just be happy until I'm 55, 65.
And meanwhile, they'll be miserable. You said what?
With my cats.
All right.
But they don't think they'll be miserable.
A lot of them don't think they're miserable now. They think that they're fine. They think that they're completely okay. Like, I'm fine by myself. It's like some of y'all really are not fine by yourself. Some of y'all are literally miserable, and you can't admit it to yourself.
Okay.
My fear is that some of these women who believe that they can lose themselves inside of their relationships, my fear is that they'll try to leave when the going gets tough, and then they won't find anything. You know what I'm saying?
After they left?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They won't find anything.
Oh, no. That's not a...
But that's scary.
That's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee I'll find something when I leave.
But that's scary because it's like, imagine I have a house and I just tell you, hey, I'm going to Timbuktu. You gonna ask me, is there anything out there for me? I'll be like, no, I'm gonna go figure it out. I'm gonna go find something, though. And in this context, it actually kind of sounds different because in marriage it's a little bit worse, in my opinion. But I just go out there and there's nothing there, so then I don't come up with nothing or I can't find nothing. Then what? I stop paying bills at home, so I can't come back. So now I'm just out there. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a scary place for a person to be.
Yeah.
Not just a woman, a person.
To be isolated?
Yeah.
Alone.
He can't take anything
miserable.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
What's wrong with this guy?
It's tough, you know.
So yeah, that's what I've been thinking about.
It's choices.
Yeah, definitely. Because ultimately, whatever you choose is what leads you to said decision, right? Like, it makes me think about what you were just saying with people not wanting to commit to God because that means you have to give up things, or you have to face real punishments for things. And I actually thought about this. It's like, you're not really getting punished for things. What's happening is you're choosing things. And so whatever that thing that you chose comes with is what happens to you. It's not that God is angry, wagging his finger at you and punishing you for X, Y, and Z. It's you made a choice outside of my will. You don't have necessarily my protection. So naturally, this is what would happen to you outside of me.
Okay, it's like you're flipping it, a different view of it, and it's like, okay, that sounds less crazy and more of like, oh yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, because a lot of people they feel like, oh well, if God is this, why would he allow this to happen? You know what I'm saying? And but it's not that God is oh, here's a bad thing. It's I gave people the ability to choose, and they chose this. And that's just what it is.
Do you think I need to turn the light on?
Yeah, it's getting kind of
darker.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Guys, I was just in my bag just now. I was just thinking. I've been thinking a lot. Hello, light. You seen the episode of Ed and Eddie? Hello, light. Dum, dum. Hello, light. What you think? You think I have unfounded fears about the dating marketplace and marriage?
You sound crazy.
Okay. All right.
You sound like a lunatic, a straight loony. That's what you sound.
I don't sound crazy.
You sound toxic, and frankly, you sound a little bit misogynistic. If I do say so myself.
I don't even know if you can say that word on on YouTube. Can you say that word? Can you say misogynistic on YouTube?
Yeah, it's downplaying men. Why could you say that?
Can we say men on YouTube?
Only if there's a negative derogative term directed towards it, then yes.
Yeah, I think that men and women need each other.
Look at you. You sound like the white guy who says, I have black friends.
Wait, how do I sound like that?
Because you're saying that.
I said we need each other instead of...
Because you came off very misogynistic.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
And then now you're trying to say, wait. I'm not misogynistic. I think we need each other.
I do, but
So
that's what I
like
said.
You're saying, I'm not racist.
Guys,
I have a couple black friends.
Guys, I'm not racist. I have a couple of black friends.
That's what it sounds like to me. It's giving very much.
Wait.
What? What's wrong with
What did you just say?
Said it's giving. What?
I hate that phrase. I hate it.
Why?
I hate it with every part of me.
Why do you hate that?
Because people say that for no reason.
No. What?
Be like, what do you think of my shirt?
What
It's
people?
giving.
But what?
What do you mean it's giving?
What people say that?
People say it. What do you mean
What?
what people?
Okay, is it more men who say it or more women who say it?
I don't care who says it. Okay.
But I'm saying from your
I've heard
what
more.
you're
I've
talking-
definitely heard women say it way more because I don't
So,
say it.
the fact that women say
And you
it,
don't actually say it. So that
So the fact that women are saying it more,
Is
that's why you're having
I knew
a
you were gonna
disagreement.
do. I knew you were gonna do that. No, it has nothing to do with
misogyny.
It has nothing to do with who's saying it. It has everything to do with what's being said. Because what does that mean?
You're basically you're trying to mansplain.
You see how you're not answering. What does that mean?
You're mansplaining right now.
What does it's giving mean?
I mean, it's giving. It's the vibe.
You didn't say anything.
It's the feeling that the energy you're giving off.
Well, why can't you say? Because sometimes they say it's giving and then don't say anything. So what does it mean in that context as well?
Same thing. I feel like you're.
It's giving off the vibe. What's the vibe?
I feel like you're trying to mansplain right now, and I don't appreciate it. It's giving very much toxic.
It's giving.
And-
It's giving toxic.
Since we're just, I don't know, guys, the patriarchy here, guys. This is patriarchy in the finest right now. He's mansplaining to me why what women say are stupid. That's basically what you said.
I
You
didn't
said
say that.
women are stupid, and the words that we say don't make sense.
Wait. You're a woman?
I identify as a woman. I'm she, her. What's so funny about that? Yeah, are you going to respect my pronoun?
All right, bro. Look, we're not playing this game. You just trying to take me down a rabbit hole just now. Like you really just did that. I really feel some type of way. I can't believe you just did that. That's crazy.
Oh man, that's good stuff right there.
I told Quan we were talking about a potential YouTube video of like going in a women's bathroom and then identifying as woman. I said that would be bad. Like that would be like a
you
bad
get
thing.
views.
But I told him the serious part of what I'm saying right here is I told him that there are like arguments that he could actually say that would make it so that the other person couldn't say anything.
He has to put on like
No, but you get what I'm saying?
women's clothing.
Like, you know how everything that you was just saying?
Mhm.
Stuff like that are things that, in those situations, if they say those things and you try to say something opposite of them, you still look bad. And so I think that's indicative of the society that we have right now, where if you don't think what I think, then you hate me. And I think that's a very bad place to be.
It is. But we know we were talking about Thor, right?
Yeah, and I was talking about love and
Okay. In the context of Marvel, I think we'll get into watching the new trailer from Comic-Con with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
So let me tell you. Let me spoil.
I've heard a lot of good things though.
Yeah. Apparently, it's like a teaser trailer, but when does it come out? I have to look at the end of it. I know it comes out this year, sometime at the end of this year.
November. It comes out November. I believe the 11th.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to look at this trailer and react to it. Have I heard anything about it? I just heard that it makes people emotional. And also, I guess I'll talk about it more on that after we watch it.
Yeah, because like I said,
an idea.
I haven't seen it at all.
Okay, so let's go to Chrome, and then let's figure this out. Okay.
Oh, freak. I just realized what I did.
What did you do?
I was pointing, but I forgot that I put it on Chrome, so it's both of us. So I was trying to...
Sorry. You're just informing me that I need to do better.
No, it's just
You're calling me stupid and that I'm not good enough.
No, I'm saying, like, imagine.
I accept criticism.
I'm just like this. That's what it's gonna look like. It's like,
you look like a crazy man. You look even more crazy.
Yeah, yeah, because apparently patriarchy. But anyway, press play.
Okay.
No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Hey, little darling, don't shed no tear. No woman, no cry. Good friends we have and good friends we've lost along the way.
I just realized
What did you just realize?
I seen that movie before I saw The Walking Dead.
What movie?
The first Black Panther. I saw that before I saw The Walking Dead. So I didn't know who that was.
I told you.
But I just realized it. That was Michonne.
You.
Yeah, but I didn't pay attention when you told me because I didn't know.
Oh my god. There's no way you could. Okay.
I just realized that's who that was.
There's no way you could watch 10 seasons.
No, you have to. So you have to think about it. I haven't watched Black Panther in a while, so remembering their faces was tough for me, right? And look, whenever you see anything about Black Panther, I've always either seen Chadwick Boseman.
I'm not buying it, bro.
Lupita.
I'm not buying it.
Or Shuri, his sister.
I'm not buying it.
So I don't see her very often.
I'm not buying it.
And so just now,
I told you.
just now was the first time that I've seen her face since I've seen The Walking Dead.
It's no words.
So I just looked at her. I was like, wait, that's Michonne. That's my dog. Hold up.
Under a rock.
That's my dog, man. That's my dog.
You need to hurry up and catch up because they're putting out part 2 or the last part.
So you're saying I can watch it by myself?
Of season of season 11, and it's supposed to be ball gripping. Okay, but yeah.
Why do you use these? You say these things when we record.
In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears.
Who's pregnant?
Wait, who?
I don't know.
Oh, we have no idea who that is. Maybe it's Lupita's character.
Lupita? They probably would do that.
Yeah,
They probably would.
I was like, when did they? It was off screen.
Off screen. Yeah. Okay.
You know what was happening.
Okay. Ryan.
got a sperm whale.
Yes. That's probably how she got pregnant.
Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright now. Everything's gonna be alright.
Was that the garden? Like the place with the
Eden?
no, freak off. You know what I'm talking about? The thing that Killmonger freaked up.
Yeah. It looks like it could be. I thought they already burned it down though.
I did too.
I thought he burned it down.
We gonna see though. We gonna learn.
Everything's gonna be alright. I am queen of the most powerful.
I like how there is like this whole civilization of people that live within Earth that nobody knows about. It's like they live in Middle Earth. That's literally feels like Wakanda and everything else is in Middle Earth, but apparently it's an actual geographical, continent.
Yeah, like it's literally somewhere.
Universe.
Yeah,
it's just hidden from. But it's not like it's like how do you have a whole like other tribes with technological advances that nobody just it's a whole.
It seems like it would be hard to go completely unnoticed.
Unnoticed, yeah. Like where do you find? Okay, I just thought it was interesting.
Nation in the world.
So she just gonna take Michonne's dreads like that? Like you're not gonna say nothing about it?
Wait, go back a little bit and then I'll play it.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
Be alright. Be alright. Wake up.
Who's that?
I don't know. I gotta go. I didn't.
And when I wake up,
Is that Eric Killmonger? You have to know that
I got goosies.
You have to know that they got me with the like when they intertwined it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you knew that. You knew that already. You knew the part that was gonna kick me the most.
And what I was gonna say was Michelle's her presence, her screen presence is powerful. When she's doing when it's an emotional scene.
Yeah.
Just on her face, her the energy she gives off is very powerful. She can give off a whole everybody's captivated by whatever emotion she's conveying on screen.
Yeah,
it's very you get very yeah.
That trailer was very good. That was a really good trailer, and it doesn't give away anything. Really, and it allows us to see what point of view they're taking the story from.
Yeah, and also what I think could be happening is that they face a bigger threat, which caused Killmonger to
come back.
Who
do you think the big threat is going to be, though?
I don't know that much about Black Panther comic.
Yeah, I actually feel bad. Like I know I've known more about a lot of other comics. This was one of those things that I didn't know about until I got a little bit older, and I think Marvel Comics created these two movies, these Avenger films. They were animated films, and the Black Panther was kind of like the focal point of the second one.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. It's a really good film.
Yeah, I don't know much about besides Killmonger. It's something I have to look into, but I don't think it's our fault. I don't think it was presented. I don't think they pushed it. Until they realized that we're in the age of all inclusive, and so they're like, let's find a black hero. Like they found an Indian, with Miss Marvel, and yeah. So they're trying to include people and races, and let's find.
So what you're saying is you think that the push on Black Panther was a money grab? to provoke black people to buy.
I mean, I don't know about that, but I just know they wanted to include everybody. Like that's a thing that has just been happening, and then with LGBTQ stuff like that. Yeah.
Any final thoughts on the trailer? Anything you got swimming in your brain right now?
Let's see here. The trailer was great. I feel like they're going to expand more on actual Wakanda rather than just where they were and the kingdom. I think they're going to expand other places. They're going to expand to other tribes like we've seen. There's other people we haven't seen.
She couldn't have been giving that speech to anyone, like just any random people. I think it was about more tribes in Africa.
Mm-hmm. And I think we'll see more of that. We'll see more of the world that they've built within Wakanda. And whatever the threat is that is big enough to get Killmonger, if he's still alive, there's still theory because technically he's dead. That might have been a flashback.
Yeah, they do that, don't they? They do that a lot.
It might have been a flashback. It might not be nobody. It might just be, this is a flashback. This is probably his dad when his dad was younger and he was the Black Panther.
It could be that. What if it wasn't Eric though? What if it's somebody else completely different?
Like who?
Don't ask me that. I have no idea.
But just it could be multitude of things. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a wonderful film. I think it's going to be way better than. I haven't seen Thor, but I know it's going to be better than Thor.
I am grateful that I waited to watch this trailer.
It seemed powerful, right? Like they were trying to evoke. People were reportedly like crying in the audience at Comic-Con when they introduced the trailer, when they showed the trailer premiere at Comic-Con.
Because you can feel the emotional gravity of the scene that they created. They painted something. You know what I'm saying? One of the TikToks I saw, it was like, what if we can get everybody to wear white that day?
That'd be interesting.
That would be a statement.
It would be a statement. So the first night, you have opening night, you had to wear white. Okay, so if you see it 2 days later, just don't wear.
I mean, I highly doubt that everybody, like, 2 days later, I highly doubt everybody's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, we still wearing white.
Everybody wore, like, dashikis and African clothing to the first one.
Dang, that's crazy. I was not a part of that at all.
Yeah,
I went. It was another movie for me. That's crazy.
Yeah. They went in. Remember they were doing that, but we had to like. Y'all don't know it's Marvel still. Like it's still a comic thing. I think they made an African superhero.
You know, people were confused. They thought that it was like the Black Panthers. Like it's like
that's how I was like. Could you imagine that? You think, oh, Black Panthers? I
you come in with your black beret on, and you.
Yeah, my mama was a Black Panther, and you come in with your, Black Power, and then.
But that's sad because that shows that we really didn't know about, you know what I'm saying, about him, his story. We didn't know about T'Challa like that. Ain't that crazy to think about? You had no idea.
And now he's like a big, Avenger.
Yeah, he's like a cultural thing. Like it's almost like you don't know about anything if you don't know about him.
Like, I think they wanted to include, because that was the thing that they probably heard a lot, was that there wasn't enough representation in cinema as far as superheroes and stuff like that. So yeah, so I think that's why they did it.
I can't wait. I'm actually really I'm glad that trailer was the way it is, because to me it doesn't even feel like it's gonna be anything like what Thor was.
Nope, doesn't feel like that at all.
But I feel like they take T'Challa's character more seriously.
They have to, right?
Like even though his movie had jokes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a jokey joke movie.
They have to. They can't. I don't think they wrote it, to be honest. I think they wrote a little bit of it, but I think they hired probably a black writing staff to write majority of it. They just kept the Marvels where it's going in the universe.
I think we should do a video on who created the Black Panther and all of that. Like, we should actually look into it so we know.
What, the comic?
Because I'm wondering who did that. Because my brain used to, as a kid, I believed, oh, Stan Lee just made all of Stan Lee just in his room.
That's crazy if he did.
True believer. Yeah, that would be.
He made every single Marvel hero.
Like all of them?
Wrote the first editions to it and everything. I'd be like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's dedication. That's dedication.
So this is a side little shout out that I wanted to do. Because I'm.
Then are we
feel like
doing final thoughts?
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like we're at the end of our video, but
all right.
There's a guy. I think I sent you him this week. His name's Eric July. He created a comic. Mm-hmm. It is a black-owned comic.
Okay.
It's called ISOM.
Okay.
And he has sold
interesting name
3 million copies.
Okay.
He's independent. Like he produced it himself, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you see this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he didn't get like funding from any major company or corporation or anything like that. Everything was funded by him. Mm-hmm. And he's selling well. And I just think that that's good because there's a black guy who created a comic about another black guy, and it's selling well. So, cheers to him for the future. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting, right?
Yeah. It's like how are people doing that? You know, how are they doing things that will require somebody else to fund and produce and promote? But you're doing it. That's like the guy with the Dragon Ball Legends thing.
Yeah.
You know, just do it yourself, and then people want to see that type of stuff. So,
and I think it's funny because I think that it fights the idea that as black people we can't do. You know what I mean? Like it literally fights that idea, and it presents you with the evidence that it's possible. You just didn't believe it hard enough. You know what I mean? You didn't put in the work that was necessary. And so as a result, he's going to be successful. And he's got a comic that people are buying. And it's not just, a bunch of black people jumping in to buy. It's people are enjoying. It's 3 million copies of an indie comic book. You know what I'm saying? That's unheard of in my opinion. As far as I know, that's unheard of.
Yeah. No. It's a good boost to like, now he can get the funding from companies that can help him. He can hire, like, you know what I'm saying? Now he can get the help. Now he can get.
I don't know if he wants that because I think that companies come with guidelines.
Yeah. Well, just like he can hire or just be part of like an independent type of, you know, like a freelance artist thing where he gets more artists to draw and more artists to do things.
'Cause some of the artists that he has are artists who weren't necessarily thrilled about the direction that Marvel and DC have been going in as far as like their comics. The art looks really like. I think I'm gonna show you, but some of that art looks really good.
He gets more. It's more stake in the game. He has more presence.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
To command, if possible. Hey, I want to make this, and then she has his repertoire. 3 million copies sold.
That just makes me think about what MTR said. It's about your competence. Like being competent is what gets you to where you really want to be.
That's true. That's a true message.
All right. Final thoughts?
Yeah, it was a good show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Nope as well today. I'm gonna react to Love and Thunder someday, and really see if it's a crock or if it's pretty decent or not. But yeah, and Wakanda Forever is gonna be amazing. The trailer was great. It gave me goosebumps. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about today.
Go see Nope. It was fire.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. I can't. That trailer is going. To me, the trailer was good enough to make me forget that I was concerned about the direction of the next movie after Chadwick Boseman passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how good they did creating that trailer.
Yeah.
So that's not even a fear for me now. It's like, okay, I'm completely invested in whatever they are going to put forth. And I pray that it will be good, but it looks like it will be. Yeah, that's it. That's all I can think of.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we'll wrap up. We will see you guys in the next video. Just Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button.
I mean, like, why not? Why aren't you doing it?
I'm not going to force you, but I will.
All right, that's the show. All right, goodbye, everybody. We leaving.
I will.
Oh, he's still going. Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
No.
We can leave now. Let's leave.